Straight up, comment down below what you think Iron Man's EDC would be, because in this video, we're checking out what I think it'd be. So let's check it out. If Iron Man were a human, he'd be wearing this North Face Campshire hoodie. So starting things off, the cord that runs everything, the iPhone 11 Pro, but more importantly, with the Spigen Neo Hybrid case slapped onto it. This burgundy colorway is like a sophisticated version of Iron Man with the gold accent plastic frame and red finish rubber shell. To complete the suit, there's even a Spigen camera lens screen protector in a gold finish, of course. As for the case though, the buttons do stick out and offer a decent click to them, with large port cutouts everywhere else, and has a thick enough booty to keep the lens raised on its own. The dual accents aren't just for looks either. With the plastic frame holding the case's shape around the thick rubber interior, it gives the phone a dual layer of protection, but it just feels good in the hand as well, thanks to the soft matte finish of it, and that does mean no more greasy fingerprints left over either. Now the case does make the phone a little girthier, but for good reason. There's a thick lip around the front screen that you will be thankful for when this happens. Or probably what you're more familiar with, this. If you want to go full Iron Man armored up, the tempered glass screen protector adds another layer of coverage as well, but it is still glass. However, the point is, instead of the crack being on your actual camera lens, the camera protector takes all the damage instead. A $13 investment that saves you several $100s in potential repairs otherwise. But also, I don't recommend sword fighting with your iPhone. In the end, my actual camera is still perfectly fine though, and the package does come with an extra, so you can pop that back on and complete the Iron Man look again. In that same pocket, my tool of choice, the Unbox Therapy collaboration with StatGear, their samurai knife. If this colorway wasn't inspired by Iron Man, I don't know what is. It's a mini 5cm Tanto style blade with Lose logo engraved into that wicked gold finish, and although it is tiny, it's still easily manageable in the hand, which is important given how sharp this blade is. It is meant for tiny samurais after all. Thankfully, with their liner lock, it keeps everything securely in place when in use, while the quick release knob makes it deployable one-handed as well. It's one of my go-to box openers, not only because it slices through them like butter, but it just looks so damn cool while doing so. Plus, they even include a wooden stand, which means you can keep this beauty on display, but it also makes it easily accessible when you've got like tiny ninjas to defeat. Next up, the only lighter that Iron Man would use is one that's in the MecArmy LTR2 case. Your regular old Bic lighter has never felt safer. It's literally just a chunk of titanium. It's thick, got this wicked plate design that looks like an armored suit, and honestly, yeah, it's kind of useless. But it's not really meant to be useful either, because who really needs to protect their cheapo Bic lighter? It's just one of those things that feel really cool to fidget with in your hand. Now it's just a heavy piece of metal that can spit fire, but upgrading your 50-cent lighter with a $100 case is the only way Iron Man would approve of it. Plus, if it really matters, it actually does keep your Bic lighter safe too. Now, although technically the case is kind of useless, it's also got a slot for a glow bar, which will set you back another $100 though. But it can do this. Totally still not worth it, but a very neat party trick that may actually decrease your chances of getting lucky tonight. This is one of those items you ask for as a gift, because it makes no sense to buy this for yourself unless you're a genius conceited billionaire like Tony Stark, or you know, an idiot like me. No regrets though. If you're a true Iron Man fan, this is the one item you have to cop. The JUUK Vitero strap in the crimson colorway is undeniably what Tony Stark wears on his own Apple Watch. That slight matte gold accent with the overall metal vibe, this is like built out of Iron Man suit parts, because it's just as solid and just as expensive as well. But if you can't afford it and need to cosplay on the daily, you get a butterfly buckle so you're not fiddling around trying to get this on and off, and just an overall very badass feeling band that is still relatively lightweight thanks to the aluminum build. Once the length is adjusted properly, it fits snug every time, and the clip keeps everything in place while staying hidden, letting the design of this beauty show in full circle. Onto the opposite pocket, we gotta have our keys. The KeyPort Slide 3.0. It's a metal box with some sliding knobs that does double as a great fidget toy too. Made with an aluminum body with stainless steel components, this isn't your typical keychain or leather key holder. I've got the 4-port model here, so 2 latches on each side, and to use, like the name suggests, you just slide to reveal. It clicks and locks in place so it isn't trying to slip away when in use, but a simple push and slide will tuck it right back in. Now, thanks to its modular design, you're not limited to keys. You can can occupy a slot with, say, a pen. Plus, on both ends of the slide, you've got additional accessory mounts like this knife that's surprisingly big for fitting onto your keys. On the opposite side, I've got the pocket flare, which is just a cool way of saying a mini light. It's got your standard beam light, but click it again and its booty starts to shine too in a lamp mode. Now, it's no flashlight replacement, as your phone is probably even stronger than this, but since it's mounted right on your keys, it makes finding the hole super easy, something you obviously have a hard time doing. Overall, this thing feels like a tank, although I'm not sure why you'd want to keep your keys that protected, just know that they are. And while large for only 4 keys, the real benefit is this: being able to quickly and accurately access any key with one hand every single time. Next up, this wallet is very mechanical. This is the Fantom Wallet, and although it is made of aluminum, it does feel a little on the cheap side given how light it feels, although that's not all that bad. I've got the red finish 7-card model in combination with the yellow money clip. It is jam-packed with features though, starting with this odd shaped cutout, which makes it super convenient to quickly and easily rack up more credit card debt. However, if you do want to access the other 6 credit cards after the first one gets denied, you can just do this. It's actually very fun and a very aesthetically pleasing reveal as well. Keeps my OCD in check. When not in use, although having a huge gap, all the cards stay snug and the whole thing is RFID blocking if you're into that level of paranoia. Next, this is actually a titanium money clip, which Iron Man would have nothing less, and it is something you can optionally screw in and store some dollar bills, y'all. Now, this next storage compartment is another optional feature. It will about double the thickness of the wallet, but it's a coin purse, not something you find in wallets very often anymore. It's hidden under the latch, so no coins slide out on their own, and honestly, it's pretty refreshing to not have to take coins out of your jean pockets before washing them. Of course, you are able to store other necessities like a key or toothpicks. Whatever you decide to put in this though, although it feels lightweight, this aluminum body and rubber frame will keep it protected. Nothing will come loose or fall out unless you want it to. If there's one thing you won't see Tony Stark without, is a pair of cool shades. So these are the ROAV Sunglasses, which yes, transforms from this to this. Putting them on, as long as your head isn't as big as mine, they actually fit like full-fledged sunglasses but feel way lighter. And not like in a cheap, I feel ripped off way either, thankfully, given how much these will cost you, as they're actually really durable, made of a stainless steel frame and hinges that don't require any screws, therefore several less ways for this to actually break on you, while still giving you the ability to fold it into this. They do have a few designs to choose from, like this Too Cool for School gold frame called Balto. They're all just as durable though, and something I trust to handle being thrown around. And don't worry, although completely stripped down, they're not monsters. You still get those little nose cushions too. I'm sure you already noticed how easy you can get your grimy fingerprints all over this, so they do include a pouch, which not only keeps it extra safe, but also probably the easiest way to carry them around, right inside your front pocket. This next case is for the OG Apple AirPods from Square Jellyfish. It comes in this very Iron Man-like red and does look kind of funny, but for good reason, because in the end, it is still a simple hard plastic case that is designed to keep your AirPods scratch-free with an included lanyard and clip for this tiny hole so you don't lose it either. But that's not what makes it special. As you've probably already read in the name by now, it's got a kickstand built into it. Now, a protective case that also doubles as a stand, Iron Man would also approve. Plus, it kind of just makes complete sense. You use your AirPods because you want to enjoy some late night content, so of course, you'll also need a way to keep your phone propped up, allowing you to enjoy all your late night hands-free activities alongside that. It's also just a sturdy stand as well. The feet easily fold back and don't get in the way when not in use, and it just looks and feels like a regular AirPods case, which is honestly the best part. Of course, being Tony Stark, you always gotta have a writing utensil with you. This is the Fisher Space bullet pen, obviously in a gold finish here with its tough metallic build, but when tucked away, it's pretty cute. At the size of my index finger, you pull it apart though, and well, bam, you get a full-size pen. Comfortable, and it glides on paper for some Van Gogh level masterpieces. There's not much else to this. It's a pen that you can trust to just work when you need it to, and it packs away so small, which just makes it super easy to always take with you. If Iron Man had pockets, it'd be in his hands. But this next one is for the collectors. This is the TIGIRD Armor Knuck. Literally just a thick and solid piece of titanium with a bronze insert that has a very familiar, handsome face. It doesn't do much, but if you're like me and enjoy all things everything's geometric. It's just kind of really nice to hold and roll around in your hand. They do include a lanyard hole that makes it easier to carry around with you, but really, you're just paying for a really wicked design. However, if you really wanted to use this to its potential, pop out the head, which is held in magnetically, and the frame is now a knuckle buster. That sounded really cool and comical at the same time. I hope you never have to actually use it this way, but if you did, trust me, it can do some damage. I mean, it's literally a thick chunk of titanium that just happens to look really cool. Oh, and to really top off the Iron Man feel, it's even got this glow-in-the-dark core. So match this with your tough as nails lighter case and pray that your wife does not find out how much this awesome looking combo costs. Now, you wouldn't really be Iron Man if you didn't have some extra tools on you. This combo features the Gerber die multi-tool, but we're not really focusing on that today. It's really about the case that it's in. From clip and carry, this is their Kydex sheath that's molded to the exact shape of the dime, and given it's made of Kydex, it's basically indestructible. It offers adjustable tension to make it looser or tighter for quicker access, but for the most part, it does a really good job at keeping your tool on hand so it's not ripping through your pants pocket anymore. Now beside that, this is more in Batman territory, which reminds me, comment down below what superhero EDC you'd like to see next, but the Tech Accessories Compact RETREEV is a grappling hook. Not something you'd see someone pull out on the daily, but they've made it so it's actually pretty convenient to carry with you. You tie down one end with a shoelace or anything stringy nearby, and then commence feeling like a lazy Robin Hood, because now you never have to get up and grab anything again. Kinda. Plus, the tip is also magnetic, which is a little more useful when it comes to dropping small metal objects between your stove and countertop. Look, will you use this every day? Probably never. But will pulling this out to impress a girl get you any closer to her heart? No, don't do that, unless you've got the rest of the Batman suit on. It is tiny though, which makes it super easy to have on you, and I will not deny how fun it is to throw a grappling hook. Now this is the Goodsworth Brass RX case, and it's purely just armor for like small objects. The whole thing is a solid piece of brass in the shape of a pill bottle. It's got some pretty detailed engravings on the face, bottom, and top of it, where it really sells that bottle text feel. There's just something about holding onto a solid piece of metal that really gives off some premium vibes. And it is sort of calming too, as you can squeeze and smack this around, knowing your weak arms will not be able to damage it. It is an actual bottle though, that does keep whatever is stored inside from being squished, like your daily essentials. Once shut, nothing is going in or out without you wanting it to, but this does allow you to ensure, when needed, your goods are safe. So yes, in summary, this is an overkill piece of metal shaped like a pill bottle, but it does make for a very cool mint holder. Just be sure to clarify that when you're popping 4 mints at once out of this. Finally, in the most abstract relation to Iron Man, the Tote-It is basically a way to upgrade your body, as this piece of thick rubber basically gives you like 6 additional hands. So let's roleplay for a second. You're grocery shopping, you've got a lot of bags, and only 2 arms. Well, pop this baby over your shoulder, and now you've got a hook for each bag. With one on each side and the laws of physics, it balances itself. The flexible rounded rubber doesn't dig into you, although I don't recommend anything overly heavy, but imagine it's like a build your own tote bag that allows you to carry anything that fits on a hook. The best part being, you can now completely be hands-free. You can hold on to bus rails, slide into DMs, or reach for your wallet and keys without having to set anything down. If you're one of those responsible grown-ups and go like grocery shopping and stuff, trust me, this is a must-have. Let me know in the comments what person, character, or fictional superhero EDC you'd like to see next, but that's it. I rest my Iron Man? Oh, that's so cool still.